Welcome to the Wealthy Business Goddess Show for purpose-driven, passion-fueled spiritual entrepreneurs ready to live their purpose, passion and prosperity as they create the life and business of their dreams whilst transforming the world, doing what they love and making fabulous money. Each week we bring you inspiring and empowering topics, popular thought leaders to empower you to transform all areas of your life and business. With your host, spiritual intuitive, entrepreneur, transformational business coach and mentor, Kimberly Lovell.
Hi sweethearts, it's Kimberly Lovell here from the Wealthy Business Goddess Show, and I'm super excited for 2018, and it's been a little while since I've done a Facebook live stream, so I wanted to connect with you. Missed connecting with you. So I'm just going to take a couple of minutes for people to hop on, and I'm going to just share this and make sure that it is showing on the Facebook page. It's been a little while, and so I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. This is going to be kind of like how not to do a live stream, right? Because it's dark and I've got the lighting behind me rather than in front of me. So who knows what's going to happen. So if you're jumping on, just say hi, where you're from. And I've got my laptop here as well, so hopefully I'll be able to see some comments. Okay. So, how has your Christmas been? Let me know. And how are you feeling about 2018? Are you excited? Are you feeling the energy of the supermoon? We're still in that supermoon portal. And so I wanted to talk with you today about creating, how we actually create and creating your 2018. So often people have things like New Year's resolutions or goals that they're setting, and what do you do? Do you have goals that you set, or do you have New Year's resolutions? Let me know. Just give it a couple of minutes. So it looks like we're live on the page. That's good. Cool. So, how's it getting better than that? So what do you do when you look at creating your year? How has 2017 been for you? I know that, for a lot of people, one of the things that they do when they are creating their new year is to review the previous year. And, I know I've spent some time looking back at, what's happened in 2017, the good, the bad and the ugly, and, ultimately it's all good because we're learning from everything. And so, for some of you, 2017 may have been an amazing year. For some of you it may have been, like a horrendous year, lots of challenges and setbacks, or maybe it's just been a little bit up and down, roller coaster, however it's been for you. We're in a new year, and so this is an opportunity now for us to start anew. And for me, often when I'm working with people around their life, creating the life or the business of their dreams, one of the things that is really important to start consciously creating your life or your business in the way that you want it to be is to be really clear on what it is that you want. And so the ways that people often do that is to set the goals, that may be financial goals, it may be certain things that you want to have show up and manifest in your life or in your business. So what does that look like for you? What are the things that you're wanting to create more of in 2018? And the other question is, what do you want to create less of? So I think sometimes we as human beings can overcomplicate things, and I know for me that things work best when they're simple. They seem to flow much more easily, and we can often overcomplicate things with our mind. So, if you're looking at how you're going to create your 2018, one of the ways that I do that is to think about what I want my year to look like, what I want my year to feel like. So what are your top values? How is it that you want to feel? How would you like 2018 to feel? Because when we follow the energy of what we want to be, how we want to be, who we want to be in the world, and what we're wanting to feel, this is, the way that we can align with our soul and with our soul's goals. So, when we come from the head and we look at, maybe what I think of as the external goals, then often what happens is we get out of alignment with who we truly are and who we truly be. So this is an invitation for you, if you want to align with yourself, with your infinite being, and align with your soul's goals. So what is it for you that creates the most joy in your life? When we go into business, we go into business usually because we have a passion or a purpose and we want to share that with the world. And so often what I see with entrepreneurs when I'm working with them is that somewhere along the line, and this has happened for me as well, that we kind of lose our way a little bit. We get out of alignment with our core values or, who we truly are. And we end up making our work hard work rather than heart work and the work that we love to do. And there are certain things that as we're creating our businesses may not be in our genius zone. I've talked about this a little bit before on the Wealthy Business Goddess podcast, and we all have these amazing gifts and abilities that we've come here to share with the world, and we are a contribution. And when we are sharing our gifts with the world, when we are living our joy, then we are fulfilled and we are happy, right? Things flow more easily. It doesn't mean that everything is plain sailing, but things tend to have a much easier flow and go more joyfully for us. And there are also things that we need to have in our business to support us to be in our flow. So for example, our marketing supports us to connect with those clients that we're here to serve, to be able to get our gifts out into the world. And I know for a lot of spiritual entrepreneurs, they're really not that keen on marketing. And again, I've spoken before about marketing, in that marketing is an opportunity for us to connect with our ideal people, to be able to get our message out in the world and to be able to serve. And so as we show up and we shine and we share our gifts with the world, and as we share our message, then we will naturally attract those people who we are here to serve and who want to work with us, would love to work with us. So if you're feeling that you're maybe about to go into your head and kind of figure out, what it is that you need to do in terms of your business strategy. Strategy has a place to play, for sure, in creating our 2018. If you've got a business and you're looking at how you can, create an amazing year with your business, strategy can be important. But what I want to say to you right now, today, is to really get clear on what it is that you'd like to create. So what, if you could create your 2018 to be any way that you want it to be, what would you like it to look like? So I'm not giving you answers today, I'm giving you lots of questions, which is kind of normally how I rock and roll. You have all the answers within you, right? So this is about empowering you to go within, to find what it is that you want to create in 2018. And sometimes, again, this has been part of my journey, sometimes it's like I don't know what I want to create, right? And it's like I have to sometimes I have to wait for the inspiration. Sometimes it's kind of like I've been in a space where I've been kind of a little bit burnt out with doing stuff. And so if you are in that space, then know that it's okay. Don't beat yourself up for it, but just allow yourself to go into your heart and see what it is that you would like to create and how you want to feel. And this will really support you. It's like you don't have to know all the answers, but when you ask the question and you go within, you can reconnect with your heart and soul of your business and rediscover what it is that you are here to contribute and what will bring you the most joy. Because when you are in your joy and when you're lit up, your business will flow much easier for you and things will begin to happen as if by magic, right? And so who wouldn't want more magic? So that's first of all then getting clear on what it is that you want to create, what it would look like, how you would feel. And don't get too caught up in what you think it would look like, because again, this is something that we do. We kind of get involved, you know, this is our mind coming in, wanting to kind of get everything in order and everything lined up. And often what happens is when we start creating something, you know, it evolves and it changes. So just allow yourself to stay with that feeling. Often when people give me their goals that they want to create, I say to them, so, you know, what will that give you? And how will you feel when you have that goal? So if you've got any goals written down, I just encourage you to revisit them. If you've been quick off the mark and you've already done those, just have a look and so notice how you feel when you've reached that goal, or when you are living that life, or you are experiencing that business of your dreams and you're doing what you love. What do you feel like? And what is it that you're actually doing? And who is it that you're actually being? So when we are creating, we are bringing into the physical that which already exists in our energy and in the spiritual realms. So we're actually manifesting and creating, bringing something into form. And so what we want to do is to be in that energy that is aligned and is a vibrational match for that which we're wanting to create and to manifest. You know, there's lots of different manifesting tips and techniques, you know, and sometimes I share those with people, but right now I think it's about being that energy. That's the quickest way. You know, there's lots of strategies and things that we can go into, but when we actually be the energy of that which we're wanting to create, and that, you know, the person that we want to be, or the person that we think we will be, how we think we'll feel when we have what we think we want, right? When we're actually with that energy and aligned with that energy, that creates so magically, okay? And it's really sometimes a discipline. It is for me anyway, because, you know, I've got quite a quick mind, a very quick mind, right? And it can be sometimes a little bit ADHD and something, you know, I have 101 ideas and I'm really great at channeling ideas for other people, right? And channeling names and all that kind of stuff. But it's like, what is it that, there's all these things that you could do, but what is it that you truly want to do, and what would bring you the most joy? So for me, this year it's about more connection with other people in whatever form that takes. So, you know, when you're thinking about what gives you joy, don't straight away go into your head and try and figure out what that's going to look like or exactly what it's going to be. Just be with the question of, you know, so what can I create that will be aligned with this energy, that would be joyful for me, if that's the energy that you want to experience. So often we get caught up in, you know, kind of setting these goals and thinking about the journey or the destination. And, you know, life isn't a destination. We are constantly creating our life, and it is a journey, and it can be, you know, not like a journey with, sometimes we think of that as the journey and it's like all these challenges we have to go through. What if your life was an adventure? And what if your life could be fun? And what if you could live your life with this amazing adventure, and you could create your business in that way as well, so that you can have this joyful experience and this joyful adventure of creating, and just being amazed at what showed up for you. So, hi Elaine, how are you doing, sweetheart? Happy New Year to you. I'm not sure that I'm seeing everybody's messages. I kind of feel a bit like I'm talking to myself at the moment, and I'm sure there'll be more people on the replay, so that's cool. Thanks for joining. So, yeah, what do you want to create? Who do you want to be? How do you want to feel? When you get clear on these questions, or just allow yourself to sit in the question, rather than there's always this rush to know the answer and to do something. But if you allow yourself to be, and you allow yourself to be in that question and follow the energy and what you're drawn to, then this is how we can create with that grace, with that ease and joy. One of the things that I did last year, I had this belief that I'm a really rubbish painter, right, and I'm not great at painting, but I might be changing my mind on that one. And so I discovered something called acrylic paint pouring, and I absolutely love it. And, you know, I've always loved colour, And what I love is kind of like the instant transformation that happens, and it's it's something that you can't really control. So for me, it was kind of it's been like a really interesting experience, and I've only like played with it a little bit so far, but I've got lots of canvases to paint on. So it's allowing yourself to be in that free flow rather than having to be in control. And so often we want to be in control, we want to have everything figured out, and before we even allow ourselves to start something. And I know that, this has been true for me as well at times, so I'm kind of putting my hand up there. Often we want things to be right, we want things to be perfect. So what if there wasn't a right thing, right? What if it's just about what do you choose to do, and what would be the most fun for you today? Or, what is it that your business wants to create in the world? And who do you want to connect with? Who are you here to serve? So I hope that these questions have given you some inspiration, and I hope that they will empower you. Hi Laura, Happy New Year, sweetheart. If you have any questions, then pop them in the chat. So it looks like I can see some people. So pop them in the chat, and then if I don't see them, then I will come back to them afterwards as well. So what is it that you want to create? If you could create anything in the world, again, another thing where often I find my clients can be challenged, and I'm challenged often, is that, we look at what we think we can do rather than what we would love to do. So, what if you could do anything, and what if you knew that you couldn't fail? What would you choose to do then? And there might be a difference, when you ask yourself that question, than if you think about what you might like to create. Because often, again, we go to our heads and we go to like, well, what's possible for me? What could I do? And what do we think we're capable of? And, the truth is that we are amazing creators, and we can create anything we want to create. It's amazing when we are aligned with something, how quickly things can show up without all the hard work and the struggle. So what if you could create with magic? And what if things could be, easier for you? What if you could just allow yourself to get out of your head into your heart and aligned with your true joy and your passion? And maybe you're already doing that right now, and maybe there's room for that to expand. I know for me, I've been on my pathway, my purpose for over 30 years now, and really my mission has pretty much stayed the same, but it's changed form, quite a few times, and it's evolved. And so I think that's true for most of us. And so sometimes when we get a little bit maybe kind of feel a little bit like with our business, sometimes it's because things are evolving and changing. So again, I know 2017, a lot of people that I connected with and worked with were having a sense of feeling tired, or kind of feeling a bit bored with what they were doing. Like they wanted something new, but they weren't really sure what that was. And so it really is, as I said, about being in the question, rather than making yourself wrong for it. So if you feel like you've lost your passion, then I'm just encouraging you to, not beat yourself up, be kind to yourself, and just to ask these questions, really, to be with these questions, and not in a way where you're putting pressure on yourself, like I've got to do this and I've got to come up with a plan, I've got to create something, it is a process, and it may be that you need to take time out from your business. I love to connect with nature. I love to go, those of you who've been following me for a while, I love to go into the New Forest and connect with ponies and horses and the deers, and I just love nature. So maybe that could be helpful for you. We've got like a little park down the road. I don't really like going for walks in, like in town. But down the road we've got this park, and I haven't really been there before, but a couple of weeks ago I thought, I haven't got time to go to the forest, but maybe I'll go down the park and see the trees, because I love trees. And there were these amazing squirrels, and I'd forgotten that there were squirrels there, and I absolutely love squirrels. So it was really fun just to spend like 15-20 minutes walking around, seeing the trees and the leaves on the ground, and watching the squirrels play. And sometimes when we take that time out and we just allow ourselves to recharge and for nature to contribute to us, we are energized, we're inspired, we're empowered, and then, these ideas spring forth. So this is my invitation to you in terms of creating your 2018, to really connect, go within, connect with nature, allow yourself to be inspired and to be energized, because 2018 is going to be an amazing year, alright? And it's not about, what is 2018 going to gift to us? It's like, what are we gifting to 2018? We are the creators of our reality. We are creating it all. So what do you want to create? Who do you need to be to create what you want to create? And as you follow your heart, as you follow your joy, what if simply being in the world was just such a gift for all the people that you connect with, those that you see, but also the people that you don't see, right? Because often we look at our success and we think about perhaps the clients that we work with or the people we're connected with, but actually just being in the world, being you, and being the unique gift and contribution that you be is just such a gift to others, and you don't even realise that. You do not see the ripples that go out into the world. I've seen so many over Christmas. I was kind of like doing a bit of Facebook scrolling, and I just see so many amazing people that are on my newsfeed doing amazing things. And maybe not even, we think about doing amazing things and we think about something really big, etc. Just being the beautiful people that they are and sharing their lives, and maybe sharing something that's happened to them that day, or, putting up a little photo or something, and it really is just such a gift. Somebody posted a picture of, like the blue sky and the sunshine, and it was pouring down with rain, and it was like blowing a gale here, and I was like, ooh, winter. Till I lit a fire, then that was good. But seeing that picture, for me, it was just like, it's like I'm at the beach and I can feel the sun and I can see the blue sky, and that just, like I kind of like pulled that energy into my body, and so that was just such a gift. And we do these simple little things that can be such a gift and a contribution, but we don't see the gift and the contribution that they are. Alright, so my darlings, I'm going to sign off for now, and I am planning to be much more connected with you. If you've been following the Wealthy Business Goddess podcast, I'm actually going to change it up a bit this year. I'm kind of feeling inspired to be more connected and more interactive, because the podcast doesn't really allow me to have that interaction with you. So I'm thinking that I will do some more Facebook live streams. And so I'd love, if you have topics or things that you'd like me to talk about relating to creating the life and the business of your dreams, let me know. Let me know what your challenges are and how I can best serve you and support you. And if you've got any questions, then put them in the comments, and I'll come back and look at them later and answer those. So till we speak again, much love and a very, very, very happy new year. Happy 2018. And I hope that you will take this opportunity to go within, think about what you want to create, what's going to bring you the most joy, because when we're in our joy, that joy is radiating out into the world. And if we had more joy in the world, I truly believe that we will have less poverty, less hunger. If more and more people were fulfilled, we'd have less crime. All kinds of amazing things can change in this world for the better when we are fulfilled, and when we're all living our purpose and living our joy and doing what we came here to do and the contribution that we came here to be. So till we speak again, much love and bye for now.
You've been listening to the Wealthy Business Goddess Show. If you've enjoyed the show, subscribe and review our podcast. Sign up to receive your Wealthy Business Goddess resources and join us in the Wealthy Business Goddess community at www.lovekimberly.com/WBG. To find out more about how Kimberly can support you in creating the life and business of your dreams, or to watch the show via video, visit the website at www.kimberlylovell.com.